All right, so hopefully this isn't laggy now. I've eliminated two of the pages. Again, this is just a test run here. Um, just trying to see what the fuck I can do. Like, Jesus Christ, so annoying. I'm on a delay again, 15 seconds, so just give me a second, guys. Can you all see me and hear me well? Everybody can see me good, though, and hear me good? It's good? Yeah, less laggy, Rob. Josh, Rob. Hello. All right, so let's try this again. There's my thing. There's the main view over here. What's up? That's my expensive camera, which to me is actually the shittier of the quality as far as streaming goes, which is kind of weird, man. Like this whole technology thing is so bizarre. Anyway, um, we're gonna go over here to the overhead. What's up? What's up over here? That works good, right? Everybody can see that overhead. Cool. There's my feet. You can see my foot. Cool. So that one works good too. Now we're back to this talking camera. So I got to mess with the lighting and stuff tomorrow. Holy Christ, this has been an enormous, enormous amount of work. Andrew Beal, what's up? I'm watching on a delay. Yeah, Matt. Wow. If it wasn't for guys like Matt Scurfield and Adam Rushlow, actually, I honestly don't even know what I would have done tonight. I had hooked up a bunch of new cameras and this whole new switcher thing, which switches all these camera views and all that stuff. Um, which, I mean, you would think you're plugging USB into USB, so you would think that it would work seamlessly. However, that is not the case. Adding a bunch of stuff to OBS for anybody that's thinking about streaming at this point. Excuse me. Adding any hardware, cameras, any of that stuff, Stream Deck. When you're when you add a bunch of shit to OBS, basically it won't work. You'll get hiccups. You'll spend a couple of days messing with it. Um, as I've heard from my friends, thankfully I did not have to go through days of going through this, and my friends had already worked out a bunch of these issues, so it was fairly seamless. But I literally had to unplug every camera tonight, uninstall all hardware to everything involved with the cameras, the capture card, fucking literally everything, OBS included, and then reinstall everything and be patient and restart. And if you're a Windows guy, you know my pain. I don't know how bad it is with Mac when you got to do stuff like that. And I'm assuming that all my Mac buddies are going to be assholes and say, buy a Mac, you should have bought a Mac. I'm a PC guy, so yeah, that's not going to happen. But yeah, so I think I got everything figured out. We got the main camera, we've got the overhead camera, we've got the foot cam, the main cam, and then we got the talking cam. So I think I got shit figured out as far as that goes. It's pretty cool. I can actually hit this button on this little thing that's down here and set up. I can start recording my stream. Now that I have this smaller thing, I think I'm going to get the bigger one because it's got more buttons and more shit you can do, and you can set up lights to it and all that. And I'm sure I'm going to figure all that out too, just because I'm like, when I'm in, I'm all in. But I don't know. I'm going to just hit a couple of my drums here. We'll see how that sounds in a second. I'm going to delay. Bear with me, peeps. I'm watching the stream on a 15-second delay just to see how it sounds. It's weird. Like, what planet am I on? Matt, I would love to play more. Unfortunately, it is 10:30, and I cannot do that at this point. Jen has been more than patient with me with everything, and my screaming from the basement, flipping out about wanting to shoot my computer and all that stuff. So, yeah, no, I'm still trying to fuck around with this stuff and get the different camera angles figured out and the buttons and all that. I know that come Friday night, when I actually do my next play along, what I'm going to try and do from my perspective, well, for your perspective, is switch these scenes according to how I would want to see it the best I can. If I was watching a drummer doing a live stream, there's certain parts of songs that I would want to see, my feet or the overhead especially. This is a really killer view. You kind of get to see everything that I'm doing. And then obviously the main view. I think this camera that's over here, I'm going to build some boxes for tomorrow and raise it up about another 18 inches or so it's kind of looking down on me. I noticed that some of my drum cover videos had that angle-ish going, and it seems like it's a much better angle than what's going on here. This is a little flat, so I'd like to bring it up a bit so you can get not so much an overhead, but watch my Tom Sawyer drum cover, and that camera angle I feel like is ideal. So again, holy shit, this is like so much stuff to have to figure out and make work together. And I mean, I have what's this say, Josh? Yeah, that's the camera that films Freebird. Exactly. Here's the Freebird for you, Josh. Which, by the way, look at my finger. I don't know if you can see that, but that blood blister. Oh my Christ, that sucks. So yeah. Anyway, it has been an eventful evening here at the Pacey Dowling or Dowling Pacey household in Epping. Who knew? Number one, that you would need specific USB cables. If they are not active USB cables, then more than likely they will not work if they're over 10 feet long. So that's another thing for you streamers out there or potential streamers. You have to purchase a special kind of USB. What I found out is that the USB 3.0 extension cables that you can buy from Best Buy that are overpriced, but you can still buy them right now, thankfully. Those work seamlessly with another USB 3.0 cable. I can't stress that enough. You don't want any USB 2.0 shit. I bought two USB ports. What was one of them? It's J something, J case, J5. I don't know. It's got 7 inputs on one, and then I've got 7 inputs on another. So it's kind of a lot of shit talking to my computer at the same time, which is, again, man, like I'm not a tech guy. I'm a painter. I'm a drummer. However, I have been helping people get their streaming things set up, just passing along my knowledge. So this whole thing is interesting to me. It's, there's a whole lot of factors that are worked into this whole thing as far as, you've definitely got to have hardwired internet to whatever your computer or your mixing source is. Again, the USB 3.0 cables are key. A capture card, if you're using like an expensive camera like the one that I have over here, the Canon T7i. That's a DSLR camera, which I'm going to mess with the lighting on that one specifically. I just kind of haven't got to that part yet. But, yeah, it's just a whole lot of information to take in. And holy shit, like, if you're a Windows guy, the whole install, uninstall, restart, update, fuck, man, like, you would think it's 2020, who should be able to turn on a computer and, have it work, but we're not that lucky yet. I'm definitely getting a desktop coming up so that I no longer have to use a laptop. I know that the laptop is using memory from video and audio or something like that. So I know if I have a desktop that it'll be a little more seamless as far as that goes. What up, Daryl? What up? No, Josh, this is literally just a talking stream. That's it. I'm just fucking around with stuff and trying to just figure out where my head's at with these scenes and the buttons and stuff like that. I mean, I'm going to be switching this shit live while playing Friday, so it's good to get a little bit of a rundown of what's happening here. Trying to read your comments, guys, so give me a second here. Shut up and play. Eric Bice, Stream Deck. Shit, I wish I could take the camera off to show you. Oh, I can, actually. Hang on a second. So the Stream Deck thing is this little controller here. It plugs in USB 3.0, and this one is the Stream Deck Mini, actually, and it only has 6 buttons on it. I believe the full-size Stream Deck has 12 or maybe even 16 or 24 buttons. I can't intelligently answer that, but I know it's bigger and it has more buttons and there's more shit you can do to it. So with this, I've already used up the capacity of what this can do. So now I know that personally I need to upgrade to the bigger one, which is actually, this is only $99. The bigger one is $159. So I'm going to go ahead and order the new one and actually just return this one and format it. It's exactly what I wanted to do. Basically, it's integrated with OBS. So that when you open and download the software for the Stream Deck, there'll be a little pull-down thing when you pull up this program, and it gives you a million different options, which you can kind of choose what you want to see and don't want to see depending on what you're using it for gaming or not. Most of the settings on this are for gaming, so I just got rid of all that shit. You can do like 4K screen capture, all kinds of crazy shit, which I haven't gotten into yet. However, what I have this doing is just this. I have it set up so that I have different scenes set up within OBS, and each scene is specific to a main camera as far as what I'm trying to achieve. So this would be my main camera, my DSL, and then we would go to the overhead camera here, which I've got on a cymbal stand and Mickey Mouse as much as you could possibly have it. And then this is my talking camera, which is right here. And then we've got the foot cam again, which I've explained a couple times. But if you guys haven't seen, there you go. So, yeah, I don't know. Pretty cool. Jason, what's up, dude? Rick, Bob, Paulo, Mike, Dan, Sam, Mike, fucking Travis, Dean, all you guys. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this shit set up. So I'm not gonna play drums tonight. It's definitely too late. And I've been down in my basement for literally since I got home from work today, about 4:00. So now that I know everything works and I've reinstalled all this shit, oh fuck, I'm gonna shut everything down and hope that when I turn it all on tomorrow, that we are here. So, yeah. So, yeah, please, everybody tune in Friday night. I'm going to do Soundgarden's Super Unknown from beginning to end, and talking about some parts and stuff like that. I was hoping I've got a new custom snare drum coming from Bo Swanger Snares. I don't know if you've ever heard of this dude, but you got to check out his stuff. It's fucking amazing. He actually he made a drum for David Aberzees, who, for you non-drummers, was the guy that played basically the whole tour for Pearl Jam 10 and then did the Verses and Vitology Records. And then went on to play for Peter Cornell, Chris Cornell's brother, and some other things. Green Romance Orchestra, which is one of my favorite records. But yeah, Bo sent me some pictures and some audio of some snare drums that he has, and I'm like, man. So I've wanted to order a Keplinger snare drum. Again, for you drum dorks out there, the Keplinger steel shell snare drum that Matt Cameron used on Super Unknown and Down on the Upside. It's just a very distinct snare drum sound. I've got copper, brass, bronze, chrome over steel. There's nothing that sounds like this drum. So I was talking to him about this this snare drum in particular, and saying how I was going to unload some of my stuff and blah blah blah. And we got to talking, and he is actually making me a replica-ish, his own take on that snare drum. A little bit different in size and thickness and stuff like that. However, he's not just going to use steel; he's using iron. So I thought that was kind of cool. I've never heard of an iron snare. I know that steel and iron are kind of the same thing-ish. Again, I'm not a scientist. I'm a drummer. So, but I'm really excited. And he had mentioned that he wanted to make it a prettier looking snare drum. And I actually told him that I'd be happier with it looking like it came out of a junkyard, kind of like the Matt Cameron snare drum that Keplinger made. Not really a pretty looking drum, but sound-wise, I mean, I can't say enough. Like, that's like the holy grail of snare drum. So, yeah, so I should have that soon. I was hoping to have it sooner just because I'm impatient. But no, this dude Bo is a serious craftsman, and yeah. So when it gets here, and I'm excited about it. Fuck, it's gonna have a nameplate on it, custom made for me and signed and all that stuff and numbered. So I'm excited about that. I see Chris. Chris, what's up, dude? Joey Casada, what's up? So I will say this right now. Liepe, Chris Liepe, Leap. I don't know. I don't want to insult you by pronouncing it wrong, but I've shared a video several times in the last year of a gentleman from Colorado, Chris Liepe, Leap. Yeah. Again, I'm sorry if I hacked that, but unbelievably talented dude that did a cover of The Day I Tried to Live from Soundgarden and filmed it in different camera views and all that. It's Lipe. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm sorry about that, brother. I will never make that mistake again. But anyway, so I found this guy, and I am just blown away by this video. It's him playing all the different instruments in different camera views and all of that. And when I found him, he had about 600 subscribers on YouTube, and now he's got like 90,000 or 100,000, and is doing like the vocal lesson thing full time. And holy shit, is this guy talented? Chris, yes, you, Lipe. So it's funny. My neighbor across the street is a music fan and has logged into some of my streams and stuff and sent me some good feedback about what he had noticed and stuff like that. And he mentioned that you should try and do a video like this guy Chris Lipe. So ironically enough, I'm doing a video with Chris Lipe, and we decided that we were going to do another Soundgarden Chris Cornell song. So I tracked these drums and filmed a video for it 6 months ago or so, when the world was actually normal. And a good friend of mine, it happens to be Corey McCormick, who played bass for Chris Cornell through his solo tours for approximately 6 years or whatever. But anyway, Corey plays for Lucas Nelson and Promise of the Real now. And he was in the movie with Lady Gaga, I think A Star Is Born or whatever the hell the name of it is. Anyway, his band is the band that plays in the movie, and they played the music, and Corey is a monster. So Corey, again, played bass for Chris Cornell. I reached out to him and asked if he would be interested in tracking bass for this collaboration with myself and Chris. And he said, absolutely. So Corey has tracked the bass now at this point, and I took it a step further, and I reached out to Yogi Lonick, who is another member of Chris Cornell's solo band from his solo touring days. And Yogi as well agreed to track guitars for that. So literally the coolest thing ever, collaborating with a guy that I found on YouTube that just happens to be one of the most talented singers I've ever seen, and then half of Chris Cornell's band. I mean, I can't even make this shit up. As you can see right here, I kind of like Chris Cornell. So I know that we're shooting for around the time that Cornell passed, for releasing that video. I know that things got delayed a little bit, so that could, change or whatnot. But yeah, very cool. I couldn't be any more excited about that collaboration. I'm lucky to even be speaking with these talented individuals, let alone collaborating with them. So anyway, fuck. So who else is on here? Nick, Mike DeAngelis, Scott Nato, Leo, Judy Lynn. Yeah, I mean, I'm just more or less just shooting the shit here at this point. I now know that my camera stuff works the way that I wanted it to, and so yeah. No, I'm psyched. But yeah, I've got a bunch of cool shit going on. If you haven't checked out the Godsmack video for Unbreakable, I think is the name of it. I'm so embarrassed that I don't know it, but me and a bunch of drummers filmed for the video, and it's a badass video. So I know my friend Eric Baker is actually shopping that to radio, and messaged me the other day and So that's going to be one that he'll get a plaque for. So it's pretty cool. What a small planet that we live on. But Chris, Friday, yes, my friend. So I now know that I'm only going to stream to my personal Facebook page on Friday and YouTube as well. And I'm lucky enough that I can record the whole stream offline on this program that I'm using here. So that if I do get Kuckerberged or whatever, I can share it after. But yeah, much love to all you guys. Thank you guys all so much for listening to me fucking babble for the last however long I've been on here, 20 minutes or so. But it's been a great help as far as trying to figure out this whole fucking Stream Deck thing and making sure all my shit works. So Friday night's going to be exciting. It's kind of weird again. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm playing with drums in my basement and you guys are going to watch me. So that's weird to me. Like, weird. Like my buddy Andy Beal said, like, my mom would watch me play in my basement. And my mom actually does watch these too, which is funny. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to entertain and keep everybody somewhat entertained here, watching me babble and mess around with all these cool new camera tricks that I've got up my sleeve here. I feel like a magician that's really, really terrible. So, all right, people. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all Friday night, 8 p.m. I'll probably log in and stream about 10 minutes early with this screen here. So I just want to make sure that all my connections are working good and that the delay isn't atrocious or anything like that. So still a work in progress, but we're there. We're fucking there. Jesus. So love you all so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll talk to you all soon. Maybe even play a couple songs tomorrow night to sound check. We'll see. But peace.